Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. B&B spoilers. Steffy Forrester sabotages Carter and Hope romance. Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Masins Wood, doesn't seem to want Hope Logan, Annika Noel, to be with anyone on The Bold and the Beautiful. Will Hope's new fling with Carter Walton, Lawrence Street Victor, end prematurely when Steffy finds out? Here's what's happening next week on Bold and Beautiful. Keep reading for all new soap spoilers. Steffy Forrester has been happily married to Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, for a couple years now, but that hasn't stopped her from meddling Hope's relationships. First, Steffy Forrester encouraged Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, to end things with Hope, then she ran off Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson. We also can't forget about her not letting Hope kiss Dr. Finn, but who can really fault Steffy for that on? There seems to be a recurring theme on Bold and the Beautiful, and it's starting to seem like Steffy doesn't want Hope to have a man at all. It won't be long before Steffy gets wind of the sparks flying between Carter and Hope, and she's not impressed. B&B spoilers hint Steffy could even pressure Carter to cut ties, and quote the inter-office relationship policies at Forrester Creations that literally nobody follows. Steffy could even argue that she's afraid Carter is going to manipulate the Hope for the future sales numbers for his new girlfriend. Some soap fans think that Hope Logan is using Carter to help keep her fashion line afloat, and Steffy Forrester is convinced that's the case too. Carter has been loyal to the Forrester family, but is he about to jump ship and be Team Logan at the office? Steffy seems to think so, and it could put a target on his back. The world of The Bold and the Beautiful B&B is once again shaking with a high-stakes romance scandal, and this time it's Steffy Forrester who's pulling the strings. As the drama unfolds, the beloved and sometimes feared, Steffy finds herself in a position to alter the course of not one, but two lives, Carter Walton and Hope Logan's. As the plot thickens, Steffy's plans for interference will lead to unexpected consequences for everyone involved. Carter Walton and Hope Logan have always had an undeniable connection. After enduring their own emotional ups and downs, they finally found themselves in a tender, blossoming romance. For Hope, the attraction to Carter is a new chapter that feels full of promise and security. Her history with Liam Spencer is filled with turmoil, misunderstandings, and heartbreak, so Carter presents an escape, a fresh, genuine start where she can finally feel safe and loved. On the other hand, Carter has always held a special place in Hope's heart, not just as a trusted friend and confidant, but as someone who understands her deeply. His role at Forrester Creations, his genuine kindness, and his emotional depth have always stood out. It's easy to see why Hope is drawn to him. However, the sudden blossoming of their romance has raised eyebrows, especially among their families and close friends. Enter Steffy Forrester, the powerful and influential force who has always had a knack for stirring the pot. Steffy, a woman who is fiercely protective of her family, has a tendency to act when she feels threatened by outside forces. And in the case of Carter and Hope's romance, Steffy perceives a threat, not just to Hope's future, but to her own family dynamics as well. Though Steffy may seem to be the outsider in this scenario, her ties to the Forrester empire and her complicated history with both Hope and Carter make her a formidable figure who can shake up their relationship in ways no one expects. Steffy's motive, protecting her family. While Steffy may not have romantic interest in Carter, her motivation for sabotaging the budding romance lies in her desire to keep her family's happiness intact. Hope is, after all, a Logan, and the Forrester-Logan rivalry has always been a volatile undercurrent in the history of B&B. Steffy has watched Hope try and fail with various men, including her brother Liam, and while she's not completely against Hope's happiness, she does have reservations about her loyalty to the Forrester family. Steffy, being the sharp and calculating woman she is, sees the relationship between Carter and Hope as a potential threat to the Forrester family dynamic. Steffy believes that if Hope becomes too involved with someone outside the Forrester circle, it could undermine the unity of the family business and bring chaos to the already strained relationships within the Forrester clan. Furthermore, Steffy has long been protective of her brother, Thomas Forrester, and she doesn't fully trust Hope. She still holds on to the past grievances of Thomas's complicated history with Hope, and she wonders if a romance with Carter could pull Hope further away from the family. Steffy's manipulative strategy. Steffy is no stranger to playing the long game when it comes to her own desires. Throughout the years, she's been at the heart of numerous schemes and manipulations, particularly when it comes to her relationships with Liam Spencer. It's no surprise that Steffy is capable of employing her cunning in this situation, albeit for a different cause. At first, Steffy takes a more subtle approach to derailing the romance. She begins by planting seeds of doubt in Carter's mind. Despite his deep affection for Hope, Carter has always had a history of second-guessing his decisions, especially when it comes to relationships. Steffy, being keenly aware of this, takes advantage of Carter's insecurities. She subtly questions whether Carter is truly making the right choice with Hope, playing on his past mistakes, and suggesting that his past relationships might leave him vulnerable to heartbreak once again. Steffy doesn't stop there, though. She goes one step further by appealing to Hope's own uncertainties. Hope has always struggled with her identity and her place in the Forrester family. She's been at odds with her mother, Brooke, and her history with Liam is complicated, to say the least. Steffy, sensing this vulnerability, manipulates the situation by positioning herself as the voice of reason. She pretends to be a friend to Hope, offering advice on how to navigate her feelings for Carter, all the while subtly sowing seeds of doubt in Hope's mind about the potential future with him. At the same time, Steffy works behind the scenes to influence the Forrester family's perception of the romance. She brings up Hope's past relationships, emphasizing the fact that she's been in love with men who are tied to Forrester history, but has never fully committed to the family legacy. Steffy's calculated gossip spreads among the Forrester employees, with whispers about the possible consequences of Carter's romantic involvement with Logan. The drama begins to mount as Steffy stirs the pot with one calculated move after another. Hope's emotional turmoil. As Steffy's plan unfolds, Hope finds herself at a crossroads. Carter, the man who has promised to be there for her, seems to be withdrawing. He starts to question their relationship, wondering if he's truly the right fit for Hope after all the doubts that have been planted in his mind. Carter's hesitation only makes Hope question her own feelings. She starts to see flaws in the relationship that may have been overlooked earlier, issues that Steffy, with her subtle manipulations, has planted. Hope feels torn. She has always been loyal to her family, but Carter represents a fresh start, a departure from the drama and heartbreak of her past. As she looks at him, she begins to wonder if their romance is just a fleeting escape or if it can truly evolve into something lasting. The mounting pressure of Steffy's influence, along with the mixed messages from Carter, creates a storm of emotional confusion that Hope doesn't know how to navigate. The fallout? The culmination of Steffy's interference comes to a head when Carter and Hope face an emotional confrontation. Carter, feeling overwhelmed by the constant doubts and mixed signals, pulls away. Hope, feeling abandoned and unsure, questions their future. Meanwhile, Steffy watches from the sidelines, enjoying the chaos that she has engineered. This isn't the end, however. As Hope and Carter reevaluate their relationship, Steffy's actions will have lasting consequences. Will Hope and Carter find a way back to each other, or will Steffy's manipulations have irreparable damage? Can the Forrester-Logan rivalry ever truly be buried, or will Steffy's meddling only stir up more trouble for everyone involved? One thing is for sure. Steffy Forrester isn't finished yet. Her plan to sabotage Carter and Hope's romance has only just begun, and the ripple effects will send shockwaves through Forrester creations and beyond. The game is on, and Steffi is ready to play it to the very end.